Let's go to Mandy in Raleigh, North Carolina. What's up, Mandy?
Hi, John. How are you doing today?
I am dancing like I've never danced before. I'm dancing on the ceiling. What's up?
I feel you. I'm the same.
Yes!
I have just received a really awesome job offer.
Very cool.
Higher pay, actual benefits compared to what I have now. And I'm excited about it. It's tentative. They're probably going to give me a firm offer. Not sure yet. But
you are... you are... Oh, man. I just asked a girl out, and she said, yes, we're going to get married. She hasn't fully said yes yet, but she said she would respond to my text tomorrow. I haven't really even asked yet, but I'm thinking about it. It's going to be so good.
Well, in this context, with the type of job it is, the tentative means I'll get it if I pass background checks. So, and I don't have any skeletons in my closet that I know of. So.
Have you ever been to jail?
I sure have not. So thank goodness.
Oh, what a boring life. Just kidding. Good for you, Mandy.
Right?
Good for you. Okay, so you're getting this job offer. We're celebrating here. Everybody, let's all cheer. Back there in the booth, cheer. Woo! Can't hear them, but all right, so we're all excited for you. But this sounds like there's a wah-wah. What is it?
There's a but. Currently, I work for a family firm. I am one of two professionals in this firm.
Uh-oh.
And I nurture a ton of client relationships. I manage a ton of highly billable projects, and I handle crisis situations for my boss/family member pretty frequently. So very valuable in this firm. You know, it's two professionals in it, me and my family member.
Uh-oh.
And this is a significant pay raise. This is super great benefits. I cannot say no to this offer, but I am going to let down my family like there's no tomorrow.
Who's your family member?
My in-laws. I work for my in-laws.
Oh, no.
Yep.
So
you just talked about an in-law situation before this.
Yes. Y'all don't live in the same apartment, do you?
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
Absolutely not.
That would have made this call so much more awesome. What's the business? What's the firm?
I am a professional accountant. I'm a CPA.
Kapah. All right. So you are a CPA in a family tax firm, an accounting firm. Do they make more money and they just not pay you? Or is this just as much as they make?
We don't really talk about it. I'm an employee. That's it. I'm an employee on a salary. That's it.
Oh, I love it, dude. It's so great. So you're not a partner at this accounting firm or anything?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I'm so happy. Who's the other accountant? Please say your father-in-law.
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Dude, so two cool things are going to happen. Number one, you're going to make $1 jillion more and get benefits, and you don't have Christmas plans this year. That's so great. Hey, let's have more fun. Do you have kids?
Yes.
Yes. How many?
One.
Is it? Please tell me it's the only grandkid. Please.
Yes.
Oh, yes! You're going to ruin everything, Mandy.
I
know. Everything. Oh, I'm so happy. Listen, I don't get these kind of calls very often. They're all sad and depressing. You're going to blow up your whole family, and I'm so excited. Okay, so obviously I'm laughing because you know you have to do this.
Yes.
Did your family have any idea?
No.
None.
Not this side of the family, no. My mom knows about it, but that's it.
So,
and my husband, obviously.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Has he been keeping this from his parents?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yikes. So that's where I think this is going to get dicey. Because they've treated you like an employee, you are an employee on a salary.
Mm-hmm.
You get to make grown-up employee choices for your employee self. You're not a partner. Yep. You are not. You do a lot for that business, and they pay you for what you do, right?
Yeah.
And so that's all good. I'm minimizing this. This is going to be a big thing. Where I think this is going to be a challenge is if I'm them, I would ask, why didn't you tell us you felt underpaid? Why didn't you at least come talk to us about this? What about this?
I have.
Oh, you have? Okay, so tell me about those conversations.
We don't do performance-based. It's mostly salary. My opinion is I have really high billable hours. The opinion of the partner, my father-in-law, is I don't.
Cool. That's great. So this is one. I'm so happy. Will you promise, before I tell you anything else, you promise you'll call me back and let me know how this goes? Please, please, please.
I will.
I gotta know how this goes. Even if next time you're crying and you're like they hate us and whatever. I just gotta know how this thing ends. One time I was just flipping channels. I love stand-up comedy. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And I don't even remember the name of this comedian, but I just stopped by, and this comedian was talking about driving down the street, and it was like on a telephone pole, and he saw one of those signs that said, call this number and ask me how I lost weight. And he called it, and he said, hey, I'm just calling to ask you how you lost weight. And then instead of it being some advertisement, the joke was, the guy just said, diet and exercise. Thanks. And hung up. So that made me laugh, and I thought that was a hilarious joke. And so I'm telling you the same thing. This is simple advice that's impossible. It's so hard, but you got to do it. And that is, you need to tell your father-in-law, hey, we need to have a hard conversation about work, and can we schedule that? And he'll probably say, well, let's just do it right now. So you may want to send him an email. You may want to... I hate to say this, but you may want to even shoot him a text. But my guess is he loves you and he cares about you and he's your boss, and he's going to want to have that conversation right then. Do y'all have, I'm sure y'all don't have one-on-one meetings or anything like that, huh?
I mean, it's small. I mean, we sit and talk, just him and I a lot. I mean, so and we have pretty open conversation between us. It's just gotten a little tense in the past few months.
Over this work situation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how come?
I'm ready to grow.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do more.
Okay.
But I'm still treated. I mean, I've been practicing for almost half a decade, and I'm still treated as an intern.
How old are you?
Even though I'm 26.
Oh, you just said that like a 26-year-old. I've been doing this for half a decade or 5 years.
Well, I'm
you
young,
said that
so.
like in the most maximum way. I've been doing this a better part of a decade, which is like 5 years and 1 day. So you got 5 years experience. That's cool. How long has he been doing this?
30.
Okay. So let's call let's be honest about the whole thing. He's got way more experience than you. Is that fair?
Oh, yeah.
Been doing this a long time. Is that fair?
Yes.
And this is his business. That's fair?
Yes.
Yes. He can do whatever he wants. And he's got to treat you with dignity. He can do whatever he wants. And you can too. You can too.
I needed that, John.
Well, you can. I mean, you're a grown-up. And this is a weird situation. I don't like this. The only group I've ever seen do it really well is Dave Ramsey and his kids and his in-laws. Everybody works in the business. Not all of them, but many of them work in the business, and they are super clear. They call him Dave at work. They call him Dad at home. They don't talk about work at home. They leave all the stuff here. Very clear job descriptions, very clear performance metrics, and that's the way you got to do it. You got to be overly clear when you mix family and business. You don't have that, and that's great and cool. Man, you want to go back to just being daughter-in-law where he can dote on you and dote on your kids, and y'all can make jokes about your husband together, and y'all do whatever at the holidays. It's time for you to grow. So you just need to have a grown-up, been doing this for half a decade conversation, which is going to be hard, uncomfortable. Yeah. Here's a couple of tips for that. Say less than you think.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to write this down?
I am.
Okay.
I'm a note taker.
Of course you are. You're an accountant. Say less than you think. You don't need to go into a bunch of explanations. I've been asking for this. You don't need to do that. You need to say, I've accepted another position at another tax firm. It's a significant pay increase. It's just a different level of responsibility. I'm so grateful that you got me off the ground.
I'm grateful for the experience I've had and for learning here, but I need to grow.
No. You don't even have to say that.
Okay.
Don't say all that stuff, because then if he is any kind of boss, he's going to say, I'll help you grow. He'll start backfilling your reasons. You don't need to give him those. Your reasons are your reasons. All you owe him is the dignity of a face-to-face conversation, not leaving him like, if you've got all these clients, not just walking out of there in 10 days. Like say, I will commit to, I will leave with integrity. I will transfer these relationships, etc. But here's my end date. And I look forward to just being your daughter-in-law and going from there. And then here's the thing. He has the responsibility to be the adult in this situation. Be an adult also, be an adult too. Hear me very carefully. Write this down and put stars around it and circle it.
Okay.
You are not responsible for his response.
Okay.
Your job isn't to make it okay for him. Your job isn't to make sure his little heart is not sad. He gets to choose to be angry. He gets to choose to be sad. He gets to choose to have any kind of response. He may breathe a sigh of relief and say, oh, thank God, we were kind of here now, and I didn't know it was next. Probably not, but maybe. You cannot own his response. It will be fair, I think, for him to feel like y'all hid this from him. And it will be fair for him to understand there wasn't a lot of, if you'd come to him and said, hey, I'm looking for another job, that would have been weird too.
Yeah. Well, it's a high pressure. It's always high pressure where we are. October 15th is our biggest deadline, with the personal tax extension. So I've been waiting till after this date to talk to him. And I haven't gotten the firm offer yet, but I am not. It's a 99% chance I will.
Cool.
So I might not even have this conversation if it's 1%.
If it's not, just bring donuts and be like, here we are. And then back to working with excellence. But talk less. Say, hey, I need 30 minutes of your time. I need 15 minutes of your time. Don't start backpedaling. Don't start getting into, I just need a chance to grow it. This is a great opportunity financially. This is a great opportunity for you and your family. This is it's got some neat new responsibilities, and you are so grateful for the opportunity they gave you. Period. End of that sentence. Here is, let silence be your friend, not your enemy in this conversation.
Yep, I'm somebody who talks too much. The past year, I've been learning the value of silence.
Yep.
It's been my word.
When I worked with lawyers, I learned this statement: the power in the pause. Mm-hmm. He who speaks first loses.
Yep.
That's lawyer talk for how they engage one another. He who speaks first loses. There's power in the pause, and a lot of that talking comes from a lack of self-confidence.
Yep.
From insecurity. You've been doing this for half a decade, or 5 years. That
tickled you.
It's just the most millennial way to say something. I've been doing this for like 1,000 days. Oh, you mean 2.5 years? Yes, or 3.5 years. Own your decision. Own your choice. It is going to cause some challenges. Hopefully, he responds maturely. What do you think? You think he's going to respond maturely or no?
Honestly, I don't know.
You do. You've been working with him for half a decade.
Okay, there's two different ways he could respond. One could be, okay, great, go take the opportunity. This is going to be great, because he thinks that I don't have enough billable hours anyways, even though I have data to prove otherwise. But he might just be like, okay, cool, awesome. And then after I leave, he's going to be like, oh, crap. And then, or he'll say, well, what can I do to match it? What can I do to match it? What can I do to keep you? Because we need you. So those would probably be two responses. Either one, taking it gracefully, saying, cool, awesome, go, we'll transition you out. Or what can I do to match it? What can I do to match it? Like very frantic.
Okay. So have you run that scenario in your mind?
I'm just going to tell him the decision's made.
If I'm you, I would say, I'm ready to go. Just be your daughter-in-law.
Yeah, I'm ready to go be your daughter-in-law. I like that. Okay.
I'm ready just to be the mom of your grandkid and the wife of your husband and a competitor in your community, and we're going to run you out of business, old man. Prepare to be crushed. You can say that too, but I probably wouldn't, but that'd be awesome.
Well, I won't be a competitor, so it's a different kind of job.
Great.
Kind of job. So yeah,
I'm ready to be. I'm ready to go back to being your daughter-in-law, and I'm so grateful for you. And period in that sentence, and then power in the pause. You don't have anything else to say.
All right. That helps.
And you promised in front of America and even some listeners in Germany and Russia, because evidently we got those now too, that you're going to call me back and let me know how this conversation goes. And let me know. Call me about a week into your first new job, okay?
Okay.
Hey,
gotcha.
Congratulations. We are cheering you on. And if you end up with no Thanksgiving and Christmas plans, Nashville is an awesome place to visit. Congratulations, Mandy. Talk less, be direct, be honest. You've worked for half a decade. You got the rest of your life for this guy to be your father-in-law.